Get the truth, chill. Get the truth, chill and chill. Chill and chill. Chill and chill. Chill and chill.
Let it go, let it go.
Loyalty crumbles as two boxing eras collide, creating unprecedented tension in the sport. Floyd Mayweather Jr., the unbeaten legend who revolutionized modern boxing, faces his most emotionally complex challenge yet. Strangely, this pressure doesn't emerge from an opponent across the ring. Instead, it's brewing from his own inner circle through Gervonta Davis, the gifted fighter Floyd once guided and nurtured. Tank has transformed from hopeful student into outright adversary. What was previously a mentor-protégé bond has shifted into fierce competition. This confrontation carries profound personal significance that transcends boxing itself. Calvin Ford stands at the center of this storm, the experienced trainer who fundamentally shaped Gervonta Tank Davis's boxing ascension. His recent move to Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mayweather Promotions has amplified existing tensions. What began as heated words between Floyd and Gervonta reportedly exploded into aggressive shouting before becoming physical. This incident stunned the boxing world. The conflict isn't merely about ego. It represents deeper struggles over authority, power, and faithfulness. Everything traces back to one divisive decision. Some view it as smart business strategy, while others see outright betrayal. Calvin Ford, who previously stood unwavering in Tank's corner throughout his development, recently made waves by joining Mayweather Promotions. Though the decision appeared logical professionally, Gervonta Davis experienced it as broken trust.
He been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal. You know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want them to go to jail, or you want them to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long.
This situation gains genuine significance through Calvin Ford's actual role in Gervonta Davis's journey. He's not merely background support, but the central figure who molded Tank into boxing's most dangerous puncher today. From Baltimore's rough, unforgiving gyms to packed arenas with thunderous crowds, their partnership was forged through loyalty, dedication, and mutual hardship. Eventually, this bond seemed indestructible, like bedrock that couldn't crack.
You want to see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran there.
Gervonta Davis has openly acknowledged ongoing friction with Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's repeatedly voiced his conviction that Floyd tried controlling his career decisions while failing to acknowledge Tank's growth as both athlete and professional competitor.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want them to go to jail, or you want them to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for.
The clash between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Gervonta Davis allegedly ignited during a Las Vegas charity event. What should have emphasized community outreach and positive impact quickly shifted unexpectedly. Gervonta Davis directly confronted Floyd Mayweather Jr., with cameras recording as he questioned Floyd's recruitment of Calvin Ford. The discussion rapidly intensified emotionally, as Tank blamed Floyd for dividing him from his most trusted ally and suggested Floyd couldn't accept his independent success. Floyd, known for never backing down from confrontation, fired back immediately. He reminded Tank of his own role in developing Tank's early career and wondered whether Calvin Ford's presence would actually alter their relationship. Things escalated as both men talked over each other, creating visible tension and disorder for nearby witnesses.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as.
Heated words quickly became physical contact. Suddenly, Gervonta Davis put hands on Floyd Mayweather Jr., and the situation spiraled completely out of control. Both entourages rushed forward trying to restore order to the unfolding chaos. But the confrontation had already crossed the line. Within seconds, complete mayhem erupted. Video footage reveals Tank throwing punches at someone from Floyd's crew while Floyd was restrained by security attempting to restore calm.
Bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker. I'm gonna motherfucker. Bitch, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck these niggas playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up.
Calvin Ford, present during the incident, tried mediating the explosive confrontation. His intervention only fueled emotions higher, as Gervonta Davis turned his fury toward Ford, accusing him of betraying their loyalty and choosing sides against him. The chaos continued for several intense minutes, with tensions remaining completely unmanaged. Security eventually separated everyone and restored order to the situation.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
After the altercation, Gervonta Davis spoke to fans via Instagram Live, addressing what happened directly. He criticized Floyd Mayweather Jr., claiming Floyd was trying to maintain control over his career, while expressing frustration about not advancing on his own terms. Tank also mentioned how the drama was overshadowing his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach Jr., emphasizing his focus should remain on training and preparation instead of outside chaos. Despite everything happening around him, Tank insisted he could handle the pressure and stay concentrated.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a shirt, like he was serving you, like, oh.
Like he was going at me. He was going at me. Yeah. And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's, I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never, he felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro. Yeah. That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
With the drama settling down, focus turns to bigger implications for Gervonta Davis's career path. Calvin Ford, now working with Floyd Mayweather Jr., means Tank isn't just preparing for his next opponent. He's managing external pressure and rising questions about performing without key figures from his original support network. His upcoming battle with Lamont Roach Jr. amplifies the importance of this moment. Roach represents a genuine challenge, and this matchup carries serious implications for Davis's current career phase. Despite distractions, Davis has consistently established himself through explosive ring performances. He remains boxing's most feared knockout artist, carrying a perfect record packed with devastating finishes. Many fans still reference his crushing body shot against Ryan Garcia as the perfect example of his power and precision, explaining why he's considered the sport's most dangerous puncher. For Tank, every ring appearance goes beyond just winning. It's a chance to cement his position and deliver statement-making performances.
Davis, bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yeah,
He's doing that a lot.
and he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good.
This makes the fight incredibly compelling. Gervonta Davis enters as heavy favorite, but the significance reaches far beyond record improvement. For Davis, success means validation, proving to doubters and confirming to himself that he remains the dominant force in his division, and that his skill set stays unmatched when performing at peak level. Lamont Roach Jr. lacks Gervonta Davis's explosive knockout reputation, but his approach centers on accuracy and technical mastery. He's recognized for counterpunching timing and smooth movement in and out of striking distance, abilities that can frustrate aggressive fighters and disrupt their natural flow. Roach has reportedly studied Davis extensively, examining his patterns to find exploitable weaknesses during their encounter. At their stare down, he delivered a clear message that he doesn't consider himself another stepping stone in Davis's journey or someone destined for highlight reel destruction.
In the ceiling, but nothing is feeling like anyone has any fucking ability to even stick to a subject is killing me. The inability to pin humility, hunter the back hole. On the freaking minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed a minute, then reaping the benefits. I'm asleep in the pelican as I'm fucking thinking about an evil intent of another feat. I'm killing it, cause even if I gotta end up needing a pelican, even ketamine.
With Calvin Ford absent from his immediate corner, attention has shifted to how Gervonta Davis will adjust under different guidance. Early indications suggest Derek James might assume head coaching duties, bringing fresh methodology to training and fight strategy. James is respected for technical knowledge and disciplined coaching approach. He's also been connected to some of Davis's recent opponents through work with fighters like Frank Martin, creating an intriguing strategic element to this coaching change.
Yeah. He was a Golden Glove champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like, I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad if you're going to add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah. Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So you got to understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's going to be amazing. And listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was going to say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis, right?
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
they sparred before the same way, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know how I went.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest.
Calvin Ford's transition to Mayweather Promotions has created numerous unanswered questions. Career-wise, it represents major advancement, connecting him to boxing's most powerful networks. Simultaneously, it's brought obvious personal costs, especially the deteriorating relationship with Gervonta Davis.
The thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. it's a rocky road that we seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's gonna reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. 'Cause they can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows.
Calvin Ford has stayed mostly silent publicly about his recent choice, but insider reports suggest the decision stems from professional advancement rather than personal feelings. According to private sources, Ford sees this change as a chance to assume a bigger industry role, working directly with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and the broader Mayweather promotion structure. He views the opportunity as expanding his influence and operating on a larger platform within boxing.
Roger never got trainer of the year when Floyd was fighter of the year. His dad never got trainer of the year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Mayweather Promotions represents one of boxing's most powerful organizations, built through Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s leadership and influence over many years. It's earned recognition for strong industry relationships and involvement in major boxing events.
So his lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter live.
The transition isn't being seen as simple career progression, though. Growing speculation suggests Calvin Ford may have become increasingly troubled by ongoing instability surrounding Gervonta Davis behind closed doors. Davis has encountered multiple complications, including legal issues, court appearances, and persistent media coverage of his personal life. These problems have kept him in public attention for reasons beyond his boxing performances.
Battery, domestic violence. Clear hands behind your box. You got handcuffs?
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask me about it.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't.
Joining Mayweather Promotions could represent Calvin Ford's move toward professional stability, giving him opportunity to work within more organized and established framework. Observers suggest this consistency hasn't always been easy to maintain in the environment around Gervonta Davis, whose career has frequently attracted non-boxing attention and been influenced by shifting circumstances.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance to focus 100% on boxing. You know, one day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You worry about your living conditions.
Sources indicate Gervonta Davis has reacted intensely to the situation, with those close to him describing mixed anger and betrayal. From his viewpoint, Calvin Ford's choice represents a clear loyalty shift toward Floyd Mayweather Jr. Unconfirmed reports suggest Davis was already troubled by rumors that Ford might have been sharing insights or training information within Mayweather's circle. While nothing's been officially verified, Ford's formal connection to Mayweather Promotions has reportedly intensified those worries, further damaging an already fragile relationship.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father, and then the ongoing drama between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Gervonta Davis has become boxing's most discussed storyline recently. What seemed like professional separation has evolved into intensely personal and public warfare, with reputations and legacies at stake. Davis has prompted fans and observers to wonder what actually destroyed their relationship. Multiple claims and rumors spread across social platforms and online forums, but little has been officially verified by either party.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him.
Another layer makes this situation even more complicated. Gervonta Davis has reportedly hinted at deeper behind-the-scenes frustrations, suggesting his problems with Floyd Mayweather Jr. extend beyond typical disagreements about boxing choices or promotional strategy. Considering Floyd's established sports reputation, the attention around this feud isn't shocking. Besides being acknowledged as boxing's greatest fighters, he's known for maintaining strict control over his inner circle and operating with highly structured approaches to professional and personal business matters. With emotions escalating and speculation spreading rapidly online, the situation has become widespread debate material. Fans keep analyzing every interview, public appearance, and circulating rumor, trying to distinguish facts from speculation.
Yeah, but we were having a simple conversation that happened to be on live, and I said what I...
Enter Gervonta Davis, the explosive fighter who built impressive ring momentum while working within the Mayweather structure. Recently though, focus surrounding him has expanded far beyond his fighting achievements. Increased online speculation and social media chatter have brought additional scrutiny.
I already knew about all that. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not even like, that's not something I'm exposing.
That concludes today's breakdown. If you enjoyed this analysis, remember to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to catch future content. Share your thoughts in the comments section. I'm genuinely curious about your perspective on this situation. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next upload.